What's good, people? It's Ocean here. Welcome back to the Ocean Podcast. This is episode number 12, and today we have got Simon Servida on the podcast. I mean, he doesn't really need an introduction. This is the legend, Simon Servida. He has way over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's been dropping his own music recently and killing it on Spotify. So yeah, we get into all of that on this. Wherever you're listening from, whatever platform, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, screenshot it, post it on your Instagram story, tag me at PodByOcean, and I'm gonna be reposting everyone. But yeah, let's get straight into it.
Ocean gang or drown.
What's good, people? It's Ocean here. Welcome back to the Ocean Podcast. Today, we have got the man himself, Simon Servida. What's good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Everything's good, bro.
Nice.
How's life in...
My mic isn't on.
You say your mic's off?
Okay, yeah. No, this is the worst. I'm the worst podcast guest ever. Okay, we're good. I swear we're good.
All right, perfect. How is I don't know. Is Canada still on lockdown right now, or is everything back to normal?
No, it's still on lockdown. Like the numbers are going down, but you know, you don't want to kind of ramp everything up again. So it's probably gonna stay like this for a while. Okay.
Here they just announced I don't know, they called it like the exit plan or the exit strategy of lockdown, and apparently there's not going to be restaurants and certain places like that open until September, October time. So
yeah, that sucks. But
are easing down, but not fully.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's better to be safe though. I can't deal with another one of these.
Oh, for real. Have you been working mainly from home then since all of this has happened?
I did for the first month. And then once I was home, like, I didn't even work. Like, I moved all my stuff back into the basement, and then I was just super demotivated. So for, like, the first 2 weeks, I didn't do anything. It was just straight sleeping and then, like, playing Rocket League. And then, obviously, my channel's dying because I've been ghost for that long. So I started making videos. It's just so difficult, you know, recording anything because the whole family's working there, and I got like 5 people in the house.
Yeah,
so then
true. That's a lot going on.
Yeah. So I moved my stuff back into the office, and I just started working at night. So right now, it's 8 p.m. I just got here, and I'm gonna probably work until like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Okay, so yeah, you're definitely more of like a night owl. You just go all the way through the night. Yeah,
pretty much.
Okay. So what do you literally just make? You know what? We'll get into this a bit later. I'm gonna ask you a few questions a bit later when we get deeper into it.
Okay, no problem.
But for now, yeah, let's start from the beginning. Young Simon, getting into music and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Young Simon started playing piano at, I think, 7 years old. And it's not even like, oh, I wanted to play piano. I'm a little prodigy. It was just my mom and my dad. They were just throwing, you know, extracurricular activities at me. So karate, Monday, swimming, Tuesday. Then piano was just like another one of those things. So I started playing piano at 7. And then it was just something I've just been doing just because music is dope and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think by the time I was 14, I started making beats.
Okay.
And that was because I was bored. I was bored one day, and then I think I Googled beat making software, and then FL Studio came up. So I downloaded the trial, and then we just started doing that, and then that was like a fun little hobby I do maybe once every month or so.
Yeah.
And then after a while, like when I was in university, it was very clear that I'm not going to find success in like an office or any kind of academic workplace. So I was like, okay, well, I like this music thing, so you might as well go with this because it's something I'm not bad at compared to the rest of, you know, my skills.
Yeah.
So then I just started taking music a lot more seriously afterwards.
So was you classically trained in piano, or was you just teaching yourself from a young age?
No, I wasn't. Well, I took piano lessons the first year, just, you know, fingerings and how to read a note. But I quit right away as soon as I figured that out because I didn't like the music they were getting us to play, just like, Bach and
Yeah, like
canon
really,
and D
yeah, it's
minor and
always
stuff. Yeah.
those old classical songs.
Yeah. It's not vibes. There's no vibes there. So then I quit the piano lessons and then learning. It's like a good thing because I was obviously just a kid, so I was broke. So I was never going to buy sheet music for like pop songs. So that kind of helped me just do ear training and learn how to arrange and do voicings and chord progressions like that on my own. And then that kind of really carries on to the stuff I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So what was you trying to learn music theory back then as well?
No, I was just kind of earing stuff. I started getting into music theory in university.
Yeah. So what? Okay.
And
So
then,
you went? Did you go to?
yeah.
So you went to university for something completely different, and then what? You switched to music.
Yeah, exactly. So I was doing biology,
Ooh.
and then, ooh, yeah,
Kind of tough.
that's a 180.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, so yeah, we've kind of failed those courses. Let's do something I like.
Mm-hmm.
Then we started doing like the music stuff. So then that's when it got really in depth with the music theory, and I started learning composition and stuff like that.
Okay. So one question that I get asked a lot is should I go to university for music? Because I guess there's a lot of people who I guess just finished high school and they don't know if they can just do it by themselves. They think that maybe they need a degree or something. What's your opinion on that? Do you think is something useful? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's something that has helped you to this day and you still use a lot of like the techniques and stuff that you learned?
I still use the techniques and stuff, and I definitely learned a lot. But at the price of a bachelor's degree, it's not worth that money and that time. I could, if you have the drive, you can learn probably the amount of knowledge I know in a year. So
Okay.
and it's not like it's easy to get it for free. But if you can just buy a college textbook instead of going to college, and now you say that's like $500, as opposed to tens of thousands in university debt.
Yeah, that's true. It's expensive.
But there's also like things that I think I developed a lot as a person when I went to university, and obviously without going to university, I would never have pursued music because it took me to realize what I didn't want to get to what I did want. So
yeah,
there's stuff like that you can't really. It's hard to say. So it's definitely different for every person.
yeah. I guess it depends case by case and certain personal goals or things like that. What exactly did you study in uni? Was it just straight up piano or was it music technology?
I did music composition. That was kind of the major. So I really wanted to get into film scoring.
Yeah.
So then I was learning like orchestrating and composition and stuff like that. Not really much into the music production as I'm doing now, but that was always a little thing I was doing on the side while I was learning the more technical, academic aspects of music.
Yeah, I've been kind of getting into like appreciating film scoring, just listening to certain soundtracks and stuff.
Yeah, super dope.
Yeah, oh yeah, it definitely. It's almost like a different world in a way. But at the same time, I feel like there's so much you could take from learning how to compose and putting it into beat making, especially when it comes to, what do you call it, like the structuring and stuff like that, having transitions and that.
I noticed that it kind of helps with creating emotion because that's kind of what, like when I was doing the film scoring a lot, I was just, they gave me a sad scene, so I had to figure out what makes music sad. And then that really translates, oh, look, I'm making a lo-fi beat. Now I know how to make it a sad lo-fi beat, or I can make this thing happy, or I can make this thing sexy, or something like that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So after you finished uni, was that the plan? Was it that you wanted to go straight into film scoring?
Yeah, I tried it for a little bit. It's so much harder. It's so damn hard. Just to get into.
Yeah, I guess I don't really understand that world on how you get, I don't know, how you get projects and stuff like that. I guess it's just
Yeah, because
Definitely know a
obviously
director or
coming out of
something, I don't know.
university, yeah, you need the resume, and then obviously like Disney's not gonna hire me straight out of university because I don't have any credits under my belt. So then you're kind of looking towards the student films and the indie films, and those guys don't have money for you.
Yeah.
So now you can't even. It's harder to even survive. So it's a tough grind.
Yeah, I guess it's like a catch-22. You can't make the big money until you have loads of credits, but then you can't
Mhm.
you can't really get paid for anything, I guess, when you're at the
It's
bottom.
it's very similar to like the producer developing a small artist. So you kind of have to build with them at the same time. So, but it's a lot harder to make a movie than it is a song. It's just objectively more hours are being put into a film than a single piece like a 3-minute song.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets tough because not as many movies are being made.
Yeah, that's true. And to be fair, Hans Zimmer does like all the big ones anyway. He's taken all of them.
Yeah, got a monopoly.
For real. So what did you do after you finished uni then?
Well, I tried that. So the gigs I was getting didn't even take up much of my time because I didn't get much. So I was working as like an office assistant at my mom's engineering firm. So yeah, just doing like office jobs, spreadsheets.
Okay.
Just like like random administrative crap,
Yeah.
and then just just to pay bills.
Yeah,
I
I guess
guess.
just like the straight up just job
Yeah,
just to get paid.
just job. That's
Yeah.
it. It's not nothing. It's not doing anything to push my career forward. There's no one I'm gonna meet in that place to excel me anywhere. It's just job.
I feel
Bam.
you.
That's it.
And what you were still doing your music on the side, I'm guessing then.
Yeah. So I don't know when, but I started in the middle of that job. I couldn't find any work. Like once again, as like the film scoring stuff, it's like okay, let's try going back into the beat making thing. So then, I took maybe like a year of me just kind of getting stuff ready, and then I started a YouTube channel, 2018.
Okay.
And while I was still working at that job, so I started doing the job part time. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I'll work on the YouTube channel Tuesday, Thursday, and then slowly, kind of just dropped the part time job completely, and then we just started working on the YouTube thing full time.
So what was your reason for jumping on YouTube?
Same reason. I don't have any credits. So if I don't have any credits, rappers aren't gonna buy my beats. And then it's just a thing of like, how do I get myself to be noticed in like anywhere? So it's just kind of me building my own platform and saying, hey guys, look at me, I exist. Because I do think there's a lot of kids who are in their basement who are much better than me, but they just don't have a place where they can showcase their work. And then at the end of the day, if they don't hear it, then you're technically nobody.
Yeah, I think I had like a similar kind of, what do you call it, like realization, because I don't think I was the best producer when I started on YouTube. I still think I was kind of terrible, but I was sitting on so many beats, literally doing nothing with them. They're just getting dusty and rusty on my hard drive. So it's like you might as well do something. I guess like YouTube at that time was just starting to bubble up. Like producers were starting
100%.
to come through. So it's just like, why not? Nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. And I had so much time on my hands too. And then just cold emails and DMs and just like waiting for them to be like, oh yeah, how about you produce a song for me? That's not, instead of just us taking action and just giving initiative and creating content ourselves and not having to wait for anybody.
Yeah. So how long did it take you until you started gaining some sort of traction on YouTube?
It took me a month. Because I got lucky.
To be fair, you came up real quick. Like I blinked and there you was on like 50K already.
That's what you're doing right now. Are you kidding me? I swear to God, I blinked. Yesterday you had 50,000 subscribers, and then I just checked. Like, wait. Where's this? Why are there 3 digits here with a 2 in front of it? What the hell is going on? Yeah, I was really lucky just because as soon as I started my YouTube channel, Kyle Beats had a contest.
Okay.
And then I jumped on his contest right away, and then I did well. So then,
Oh yeah, I actually remember this. You had the beat that
yeah,
had all the you switched it up with all the genres and that.
yeah, yeah. Because I was like, just my thought process for that was, if it's not gonna win, it better be noticeable enough for people to type in who the hell is Simon Servida.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was fortunate enough, he gave me a shout out, and then as soon as I saw his video come out and I was in it, I filmed myself showing how I made the beat. So, and I uploaded it right away. So as soon as you click on his video, you'll see mine in the recommended page right next to it. So it's kind of like it kind of like funnels down to my channel. Yeah.
No, that's
yeah.
really
So I got to be quick about that, and then that got me my first 1,000.
Just
and
like
then,
that quick.
Yeah. So like 3 weeks in, boom, 1,000.
Yeah. Damn, that was super fast then. It took me.
It was fast.
It took me, I want to say, at least 8 months before I got my first 1,000. And that was that was grinding as well.
That was grind. Yeah, they say that's like the hardest. That's the hardest hill to climb up, the first 1,000. Because before I had that, I think I had 20, and then it just shot up.
Yeah, yeah. So after that one video, I'm guessing you just started dropping them consistently, and the snowball just kept going, right? Yeah,
and then after that, then it was a grind again, and then I'd have the occasional video pop off a little bit. It'd be hitting in the, once again, it's hitting in that recommended bar on the side. If you get a video that hits there, then that's gold.
Yeah. Did you feel like at the time you figured out what was working for you and what wasn't?
Yeah, there was a lot of trial and error. There's one thumbnail that did so well for my damn channel, and then I'm pretty sure a lot of YouTubers are doing that. Like the before and after. They show like one screen where it's like, oh, your MIDI's like this with like an X on it, and then there's another one. Then you put a check mark on that. So yeah, so I got that from a damn Fortnite tutorial. Because I was playing Fortnite at the time. I was like, yo, that's a dope thumbnail. I'm going to do that in one of my next ones.
Yeah.
And then I started doing that. It was popping off. Yeah. Those worked really well for me.
I remember, I don't know if it was you, but I've definitely seen like one MIDI on one side, completely normal. Then the next one, all over the place. Like it's impossible. Like squiggly line and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. Oh, that's the good clickbait right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, little Photoshop magic. Yeah, that's so stupid. But, it's kind of weird playing that game. Like, I don't like being clickbaity like that. But at the end of the day, we're kind of I do think I make content that is going to be valuable to people. So at the end of the day, if they get there, then, I feel less bad about doing the clickbaity stuff.
Yeah, I think in a way, it's kind of necessary. As long as you don't lie, put it that way. And if you don't lie, then it's technically not really clickbait. Maybe it's just overhyped.
Yeah, overhyped. That's the good word. Yeah. But that's the YouTube game though.
And and the thing is, it works. You can't, unless you've got loads and loads of subscribers. It's hard to get away with just trying to have like a humble title, just saying like I made a beat and that's it.
I tried that my last video. It didn't work. So I had to go back to I'm going to go back to the old ways.
Yeah. No, I know people always get on to me about my thumbnails. I've heard, they're cringe, it's too much and that. But the thing is, if I don't do it, then it flops. I've tested it so many times. As soon as I put a shocked face or I don't know, this beat is sick, whatever, everything just is way better.
Yeah, that's the game. If I had the choice, I would not do it, but that's a work, so I gotta do it.
Mm-hmm. So, bro, what's your... Because you're on way over 300,000 subscribers now. What's your, I guess, goal with YouTube? Do you just want to keep growing it and keep putting out tutorials? Do you want to shift? Like, what's your end goal, I guess, with YouTube?
It's a good question because I don't know. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, I honestly don't think that far ahead. You know, it's like I have a good thing going right now. I'll just keep doing it and see where it goes toward. But I do want to get into more artist stuff.
Yeah.
And then I also want to put out some courses that are like really, really in depth. And then obviously just having a YouTube channel helps, you know, build the audience. That's what's worked for me the best. So
Yeah.
kind of just keep growing and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah. You know what? I've seen you started to. I mean, you've been doing it for a while now, but you're starting to drop more music, more of just like your own tracks and stuff. Is that something you want to do? Become an artist, or is it just something that I made a song, so I'm just gonna put it out?
I don't want to like drop everything I'm doing and just go full artist route because but I kind of like having that, you know, come up once in a while just because, you know, the YouTube channel's been like 2.5 years old now, and I feel like it would get stale if they were just watching me make beats the whole time. So I think having that sense of progression, like, okay, he's not just making beats, he's gonna start rapping, he's gonna start singing. That's just, you know, something to get the audience, you know,
I guess like a little switch up or something.
hooked onto.
Yeah. And you've been killing it with the Spotify streams and stuff like that.
Oh man, I'm trying. I'm trying to figure out that algorithm so bad right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a strange one. It seems like it's very playlist dominated, or unless you drive like a lot of external traffic.
There's like I'm kind of like coming to conclusions, but I just released a song, and I think I have to wait a week to actually see if it's gonna do well because I think it depends on the amount of listens it gets on the first day. You know, that's why they kind of people really push pre-saves heavy because when you pre-save a song, that means that Spotify's gonna email you as soon as that song is out.
Okay.
So
I'm guessing the most plays, the more plays that you get in the first 24 hours, then they're gonna be like, okay, let's keep.
I think it's that initial view velocity, and then that's not going to get you onto like Spotify curated playlists, but that's going to help you toward the algorithmic ones, the release radars, the discover weeklies, the radio ones. And then that's what I'm trying to hit because I don't think I'm going to get on those curated ones anytime soon.
Have you tried to get on any other playlists?
Like Submit. Do you know what Submit Hub is?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so that's like a really cost-effective way. You give them, you pay for it in credits, and then the amount of credits you can submit to blogs and Spotify playlists, and then you kind of just, you know, throw your music out, give them some credits, and then they'll reject it or accept it. Yeah. Well, I haven't got, like, they've just been rejecting it because they don't like the song, but it works.
Okay. And dude, you got 1 million plays on one of your songs, which is crazy.
Yeah, because that one's that's like, as I said, the algorithmic playlist. That's not like, it's not on Rap Caviar or anything, but it's hitting the release radars and the discover weeklies. Okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out how to get into more.
Okay, yeah, I got you. And one thing I noticed as well, is that you switch it up. Like you do one genre, you might do trap, and then you do a beat that's completely different. Like it's more just hip hop, but you know what? I can't even pinpoint it. It's just, I don't know, a Simon Servida kind of beat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm glad. Okay, yeah.
Something that's totally unique to you. Is that something that you just say that's who you are? Like you always just switch up. You're just versatile, or do you purposely try and like bend genres and try different things?
Yeah, I kind of purposely try to do different things, and it's not like a thing about, you know, trying to enhance my brand or anything. It's just I get bored of just making the same thing over and over again. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing it for personal, you know, sanity because I just can't make a trap beat every single day. I'm sorry.
I feel you. Sometimes it gets stale. It gets a bit too much just doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, and then I've been doing that with the channel, so people just get used to it. They're like, I don't want them to think that it's gonna be the same thing every video. So I'm kind of trying to ease them into like, yeah, it's not. Nope, it's gonna be R&B this week. Nope, lo-fi. Sorry, changing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to ask you. Have you ever tried to chase placements? Is that a goal of yours?
I did. I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a manager and stuff like that, and then I was sending them beats. And then it occurred. The reason I stopped is because it occurred to me that getting a placement is a full-time job. Like it requires that many hours. That many hours put into beats and connecting with people and DMing. And the YouTube thing was already the full-time job, so I didn't have the hours to put into it. Yeah. So I was like, okay, we'll drop that because I don't got the time. Mm-hmm. And I'd rather build my own audience instead of getting like the placement.
I feel you. I think I've slowly started to realize that as well, because I don't know. I feel like to get placements, you have to have a lot of beats or samples, whatever you're doing. You just have to have so much that you can keep sending out new stuff all the time. And with that as well, you have to have the stamina to be able to make all of that and the time to make all of that. And I guess with YouTube, I probably spend way more time editing than I actually do sitting down making the music.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm making 1 beat a week now.
Yeah, so sometimes it's like that. I mean, unless I'm using loops, I can probably crank out 10, but it's tough to try and make, I don't know, because these guys out here getting placements, they're probably making like 10, 20 beats a day. Yeah. Just so they can send them 100%. out. And that takes time and focus, so much time. And yeah, it's mad. It's a bit mad. Did you manage to get anything or make any progress with it?
No, not even close. As soon as I realized that, I was like, yeah, I'm not putting much effort into it, but I really can't. I can't afford to put that much effort into it at the expense of the other stuff I'm building at the same time. It's just, I don't have the time.
No, yeah, I feel that. But hopefully, I'm sure if it hasn't happened already, some more opportunities will come just from people watching your YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And
so it's one of those like, okay, if it happens, it happens, but I'm not gonna break my back to get one. Yeah.
No, I feel you. Sometimes though, I don't know, I have this thing in my head where I really, really want a placement, but at the same time, is it worth sacrificing a bit of the YouTube stuff to really chase it?
Sometimes I think about that too, because it's the brand. That's a good brand move, man. If my sample store has placement, I can put placement quality samples on my sample store. Yeah. And all these young kids are gonna like, oh damn, okay, let me buy a couple of these. Just to make my kids sell a bit more. Yeah. It's
a proper clout move. You get that placement and it's like, okay, the brand is just, it's leveled up a little bit now. Now we got a little social proof. Like we're good now.
Exactly. All about that clout.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm good with the YouTube at the same time, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. How did you what's the thing that you noticed when your channel started blowing up? Did you do anything different?
It was definitely because one of my videos went viral. And then, but I think because I had so many videos before that, and because I kept on consistently uploading, all the new traffic coming from that one viral video was now spreading to all the other videos. And I think it has to be my thumbnail, because I'd say, so not last year, but the year before, so the whole of 2018, my thumbnail was different. It was more, to be fair, it was probably more like just a straight rip from how Sharp used to do it, with like the coloured background and the big font. And the door in the thumbnail and all that. And those never really worked for me. It's not until I switched to where I'm looking shocked in the picture and it's just my face with some writing and red arrows that I started to get more views. So I think it's a combination between switching my thumbnail, finding out my own style, and definitely having that one viral video bringing more traffic to finally start getting videos suggested and moving them off into
Yeah.
into
But
other
you
ones.
definitely but you needed that, base of all those other videos
Yeah,
under it
100%.
beforehand. Like if that was your first video and it went viral, then you wouldn't get the amount of subs you
Yeah,
have. You had to
I
have
had to have all
more
those
to
other
get.
videos for people to be to stay basically. Like
Exactly.
I got loads of people through the door, but who's gonna stay here and actually subscribe and like
Exactly.
become, a viewer, someone who's just gonna be here all the time. What about you? When did
Yeah.
would you say there was one breakout video that helped you skyrocket?
Yeah, it was the thumbnail I told you about with the X and the check mark.
Okay.
So then yeah, that was doing like I think couple 100,000 while I still had like 20,000. And then
Jeez.
that was a few months in, so then I had all these videos before, and then when I was talking to people, they were like, "Oh yeah, I saw you in that one video, but I subscribed to you because of this other video." I was like, "Okay, that makes more sense."
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably like the same thing for me as well. That one viral video, I've looked at the stats as well, because you can check how many subscribers come through certain videos. It wasn't that many subscribers that came through directly through that viral video, but yeah, it's just bringing, literally just all the traffic to my channel basically.
Yeah.
So bro, I saw recently you have finally got your own studio. You moved out the basement.
Yeah.
You set up the whole thing. But what was the reason behind that?
I hate working from home, man. Wait, do you work from home?
Now, yeah. I got a room for the studio, but I see what you mean. I'm not gonna lie, I see what you mean. At the same time, though, I like it because I can just be here in seconds.
Who do you live with though? Do you live with your family?
No, I'm just by myself.
Yeah, okay. That if it was like that, that's a situation that's a bit different. But I live with my family, with my grandma, and then I want to collaborate with people like in person, and all these guys I'm meeting, even though they're in Toronto, they're technically a stranger. I'm not bringing strangers into my home.
Yeah.
With my grandma coming down every like 10 minutes asking if they want juice. Like I'm trying to be professional out here.
Yeah.
It just seemed like a better move.
Yeah. So do you find now that you're more productive? Well, I know you said it kind of earlier, but do you feel like your productivity has skyrocketed since you've been in the studio now? Like you have a better output than that?
Yeah. But it feels better. I don't know, just like the fact that I have to get dressed up and then drive to somewhere.
I
it
guess
feels like
it gives you that feeling of like I'm going to really like work now instead of you're just in your house and you're making music and
I'm like making music in my
easily
pajamas.
distracted.
And then I'm definitely more conscious with my time because when I was in the basement, when the studio was in the same place I'm sleeping, it doesn't feel like I can clock out because how can I sleep if I can go to the studio and work right now? And that just kind of takes a toll on me mentally because it'd be like, okay, technically I should be working 24 hours a day because the studio's right here.
Okay,
but that's not a healthy mindset.
Yeah. That's something that I definitely see your point of view. It's something that I like and definitely hate at the same time. I like the fact that I could be just cooking and be like, you know what, let me just go quickly make a beat because I can, because it's just right there.
Oh, I thought cooking was making a beat. Okay.
No, I mean like literally cooking food in the kitchen.
Cooking. Okay.
Yeah. But I see you have an interesting point. I definitely have that kind of that anxious feeling of damn, I'm not making a beat. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm not being productive.
Especially like on the weekend. Like, don't you feel guilty for not making a beat on the weekend now? Which is
I feel guilty whenever I'm not making a beat. Period.
Exactly. Because it's right there.
I know that's not a good thing, but that's honestly just how I feel. When I'm not making a beat, like I feel mad guilty for sitting there watching Netflix. I can only watch Netflix if I've made a few beats or I've done something. I've been in the studio, I've picked up the guitar, I've played the piano, I just done something. But if I've just done nothing, and I'm chilling in the living room watching Netflix, it feels mad weird. It's like I can't even enjoy it.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't know, maybe I'm too lazy to try and get a studio outside of the house right now.
Oh no, my gosh, yeah. This was like getting this thing was super stressful, and I got lucky. I got super lucky, and at the same time, it was still super stressful. But it's definitely it was worth it for me.
How comes you got lucky with it?
Just cause this building. Well, this entire office is my friend's building, and then the people who used to work in this room retired at the same time I was looking.
Perfect, yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah.
So is it a long commute for you then?
No, it's 5 minutes. 5-minute drive. Okay. Super easy.
But at least like you have to put in some effort to go make a beat, go to the studio.
It's feeling, having the work and home life separate just feels a lot better for me. Because like we put a lot of hours into this thing.
Yeah. 100%. Have you been working with artists now that you have your own studio?
Well, it was the plan, but the damn quarantine thing came in.
I guess by the time you got the studio, yeah, all this started happening.
Yeah, as soon as I got it, we shut it down.
Damn.
I planned to like later on, but
lockdown really messed up everyone's plans, man.
It did. So it's okay. It's like whatever. Do you feel like you're busy as ever now just because of the lockdown?
Yes and no. I don't. If I'm honest with you, I feel less productive than I was before lockdown. But I feel like most of the time I'm forcing beats. Like I'm losing my inspiration. I think I've just been in here for too long. So I'm trying to find ways on how to inspire myself, how to psych myself up to keep it fresh, to keep making, I don't know, new styles of beats and that. Yeah. I don't know. I like a bit of balance in my life. I like to be able to, I don't know, go out, go to the gym or something, play sports, and then come back and then get to it. And then at least like, I haven't just been in here all day trying to make a beat. So it comes out a bit more easier. I mean, I get into the flow state a lot easier. But when I've just been in here all day, it gets stale after a while, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I feel that. But do you feel like you're more obligated to put out content because you know everybody's at home?
Yeah, but I still don't. I still don't. Okay. But do you feel that like that?
Yeah, 100%. Like there was like a little point where I just started getting a couple more sales for my drum kits. I'm like, oh damn, these people are at home, they're bored as hell, and they're cooking up. I gotta put content out. Like this is like the time where this is like our overtime right now.
Yeah. How often do you upload before and now?
Before I was doing 3 videos a week because that was grind stage. But those are like 5-minute videos. But now I'm doing like 1 or 2 a week at most because they're over 10 minutes long and then they're just higher quality. So
yeah, I guess it's like the quality versus quantity trade-off now. Before I used to do 3 videos a week, but
that's tough.
This year so far it's average probably about 2 a week.
That's still tough. Are you editing by yourself?
Yeah, I edit everything. I literally do everything. Life. I don't have like a team or anything like that. I know you I was listening to a podcast with you and you were saying that you was trying out editors and stuff. Do you still have your own editors?
Oh yeah, that was the best decision ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it frees up so much time for you.
It does, and I can still only upload once or twice a week. That's how much like quality time we're putting into the videos now. I hire people out, and it still takes super long to get videos done. Wow. Just because there's so much work being put into them now.
Yeah. No, I feel that. You see, I would get a editor, but one, I don't mind editing. It's not a burden for me. I kind of enjoy it. I like putting it together and crafting a story. But also, as I make the video, as I'm making a beat, I kind of have the edit in my head already done. I know exactly, if I've taken 20 minutes just to make the melody, I know where to chop straight away and just edit from there. So it's not too bad.
Yeah. I'm doing I have the same thing as you, so I do the chop. But then I give it to them for the graphics and the memes and the
Okay,
cool
so they're
sound
just
effects
adding
and
like
stuff
some
like
spice
that.
and stuff to it then.
Yeah, they're the spicy guys, but I'm still doing I'm still cutting up the steak.
Yeah, I feel you. Is that a time? So when, like when you're chopping it up and that, does that take you a long time to do?
No, hour or two at most.
Okay. And then you send it off to. So what's that process like? You send it off to them and they get back to you within a few days with the final edit.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and like they're used to, how they want the videos to look now. So I send them 2 video files, the screen record and then my face cam. And then those are going to be, raw, unedited, just cut well. So then all they have to do is put them into the same timeline. They're already synced up. And then they just have to, label it if this is the part where the 808s are in. And then they have to put in the graphics if it's a tutorial. Or, do something funny if I do something stupid on camera.
Okay. Did it take you a long time to find people who could get your style right? Was it a lot of trial and error?
Nope, it was easy.
Man.
Because I asked, like, okay, if you approach it the way that, like, don't look on Fiverr or Twitter. Don't type in, like, yo, I need some editors. Because then you're just going to get some goons out here looking for money. You have to go into, like, a close circle. Like, if you have a Discord or your Instagram, you type there. Because those are where your fans are. And luckily for, like, producers like us nowadays, like, we wear a lot of hats. So people know, like, people who produce know how to edit. They know how to do graphic design. They know how to build websites. So you can find a lot of resources among the circle, and what's good about that is that they know your content, they know how they get the understanding of music production. So that's kind of where you're gonna find people.
That makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I think maybe in the future, my idea is not for right now, but maybe let's say 6 months, a year down the line. I'd prefer to just hire a proper videographer and kind of take the whole video thing off my shoulders and just make it more as if I'm documenting rather than actually...
Yeah, like a behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And just have them chop it up, do all the video and stuff like that, and then my focus can be on something else. Free up my time, I guess.
What would you put your time in?
The music, for sure. I still feel like... I don't know. I just always feel there's so much more to learn. There's so much more things to explore, and yeah, I feel like I'll just use my time to get better at music. Maybe revisit the strategy of trying to get placements and stuff like that.
Would you be interested in developing artists or doing stuff similar to that?
Honestly, I'd love to. But I don't know. How would you think about this? I find it hard to find an artist that is willing to match the work ethic and be ready to drop songs and stuff like that. I don't know. Have you tried developing an artist in that?
No, I don't. I haven't tried.
Do you
and
want
I don't
to?
want to.
Okay.
I don't want to.
How
like
comes?
I'd rather just build up myself as an artist instead. Just because I know exactly what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, that's the thing. You could take a chance on an artist, and I mean, there's not much. There's a point that you can go to. I can only push someone as far as I can. If they can't be motivated to do it themselves, then it's just gonna flop, and then that's a waste of time. That could be a waste of months.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
or
then,
it could be that can be like the lottery ticket that takes you to the stratosphere.
Exactly. It's a big risk.
That's risky. That's a risky play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a risky play. So I started doing my own artist shit because that's, even though it's still technically a risky play, it's a safer play.
But at least
like,
you're betting on yourself, and I mean, you've already betted on yourself once.
That's technically what we're doing the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. If I had if I felt more confident in like rapping and singing and stuff, then maybe I'd do it. You know what? Actually, I'm thinking of pushing my brother into starting rapping and stuff like that. We just did a video, so
Oh,
he might be like my little side project to kind
that's
of
a.
develop.
Doesn't that seem even more risky just because it's family? Like you don't want to, break those kind of ties, especially if things professionally don't go well.
I think it's easier, to be honest, because they're
You think
family.
so?
Yeah, like I can trust them more,
Mm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel that.
And like at least we can. I feel like the dynamic of finding, what do you call it, the sound would be easier as well. Like I know
Hmm.
exactly what he wants, what he doesn't want, just because I know who he is, innit?
Yeah, I feel like the actual work, but when it gets to like the business, like let's say something goes big, and then now we're talking split sheets and copyright and stuff. Like I feel
I
like
guess
that's where
yeah,
things would get
that could
a
get
bit
messy.
dicey.
That could definitely
Hmm.
get messy. I never really thought that far ahead, I guess.
Yeah, but that sounds like fun. That's like as like a YouTube video. That's dope already though.
Bro, have you tried to? Because I know you do some Instagram videos and stuff like that. Have you tried to get it popping on other platforms as well?
Uh, Spotify is probably the thing I'm focusing on the most.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been trying to. I don't know. Cause it's tough. Like Twitter, I don't think I really care about Twitter as much. TikTok would be great, but that's a lot of work to put into.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I'm at a point where I don't have enough hours in the day to do everything at once.
I feel you.
And you know what? I'm right now trying to do Facebook advertising, and
Okay.
that's an absolute beast.
Yeah. Are you doing it for your sample kits then, I'm guessing?
Yeah, for the sample kits, cause just because of the quarantine stuff, I used to make a lot of money doing sponsorships, but then those have just fizzled out just because of how things are right now. And then I was like, okay, well I need to replace this stream of revenue. Oh, Twitch! I'm starting to do Twitch streaming. That's the thing I'm spending a lot of time on.
Yeah.
So I want Twitch to replace that, and I want um, Facebook marketing to also fill in that hole.
I feel like Twitch is going to be huge for producers.
Oh man, like over the last few days, I'm like people have been going off. Like Illmind, I saw
Yeah.
Decap streaming. Kenny Beats motivated me to actually start doing this because he found so much success so quickly. And I think like a lot of people are going to be moving there, especially because it's so easy. It's not even like the hardest thing in the world because when I was doing like test streams for the last few days, and I was just working. Like I would be working as if no one was there, and then I just have to answer a few questions at some points.
Yeah.
And I got the exact same amount of work done, except people were watching and supporting me, and it's not really that tough an investment.
Yeah. That's something that I definitely want to do. As soon as I get my new laptop so it can handle the stream, I think, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Twitch is
it's tough.
Twitch is that one thing that I think like 2020 for producers. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. I've been watching a lot of do you know Nick Mira? He does the
He
Nick at
was
Night.
he was on it so damn early.
Yeah.
I remember like him doing it at least a year ago.
He used to do crazy long. Well, he still does, but I remember him doing like 10+ hour streams and stuff.
Yeah, he's just working. It's not even like, it doesn't even feel like a stream. He's just working with a webcam on, and people are just watching him. Because honestly, just seeing his workflow and stuff, that's entertaining enough.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just like gaming, but music. It's like
Yeah,
exactly
don't you
the
feel
same.
like doesn't it feel like playing a video game to you at some point, just like working in Logic?
Yeah, 100%.
Hmm.
Once you
I think that's why I like it so much.
once you just start getting into the flow of things, then it's just it doesn't feel like work, and time just passes so quickly without you even realizing it.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you as well, I think you're probably the first person to do this. You changed your BeatStars store into like a sample, almost like a splice for samples.
I don't think I'm not definitely not the first person to do that.
Really?
I don't. Yeah, I'm definitely not.
Okay.
I came up with it on my own, but I'm not the first one to definitely do that. It's not like the groundbreaking revelation. It was just I just had my BeatStars membership was still like I paid for it, and I was like, wait, I'm not even selling beats. I'm gonna waste money by just having this, paying for this membership. Like, oh, okay, let's just make it to samples.
Was you ever selling that many beats before?
No. Like, especially like during that first year I was doing the YouTube channel, it was pretty much promoting the beat sales, and I got crumbs. And then I put out my first drum kit, and that did ridiculously well. And I was like, why am I investing my time into making beats? And then obviously this one thing just pops up out of nowhere. It's like, okay, we'll just focus solely on producers.
Yeah.
So the sample store is something I'm gonna definitely focus on toward the Facebook marketing side as well. I think that would do really well in ads.
Yeah. I guess in the beginning you don't realize that your whole audience is music producers. Now it seems silly. Like, of course it's all music producers. Why would they want to buy a beat? But before I used to do the same thing, just advertise the beat.
And like the title of the video is how to make a Travis Scott beat.
Yeah.
Which rapper's gonna look at that thing? It's a producer. It's a producer market.
So have you scrapped selling beats altogether then?
Yeah, pretty much. If I make a beat, if it's good, I'm keeping it for myself. I'm gonna probably use that in the future.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. How? So now that you're selling just samples on BeatStars, do you think that has been better for you than selling them in a pack, like traditionally? How people usually do it?
Yeah, like one of the reasons I made the sample store is because when I would buy sample packs from people, let's say they come in 30 samples for $30. I'm not using every single sample in that damn pack. Some of them I just might not like. So does it feel like I'm getting $30 worth? Maybe not. So, just having it more controlled and individual makes it a lot easier, especially now. You can put in discounts and bundles so people can essentially make custom sample packs for themselves. Like they're just curated to them.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if BeatStars is the best platform though. I'm trying to think of something else because when you make enough, it's going to be hard to sift through every single one. So I have to figure out a way to get a good search engine going. I want lo-fi samples today. I want trap samples, but it's doing its job for now.
Yeah, you might have to build that like a custom kind of store or something.
I'm so out of my depth.
Yeah.
If I tried to do that, that sounds impossible.
Yeah, nah, that's a whole nother. I don't know.
It's a whole nother beast.
A whole nother skill set right there. But yeah, a question that I get asked a lot as well is people think that the whole producer YouTube community, or I guess starting a channel is kind of saturated. There's not enough room there. It would be hard to grow. It would be hard to start. What do you think of this? Because personally, I think that we're still in the beginning. Like there isn't really. There's not enough of us that I would say that have like 1 million subscribers or anything like that. Like huge channels. I feel like we're still in the beginning stages. But yeah, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I think that's stupid. It's not oversaturated. It's like saying I shouldn't make music anymore because so many people have made music already.
You know what? Yeah.
No, you do it for the love of it.
The way how you just dropped that, yeah, it make.
You do it because you love it, and the thing is, especially now that we're seeing, like, we're getting kind of used to it. A lot of these music channels are kind of based on personality. Like, I know that I want my personality to be a big forefront in it. I know yours too. Sharps was also like really dope. So then it never feels like you're watching the same thing over and over again. We can all make the same 808 tutorial, but it'll feel different just because we're different people, and you can't oversaturate yourself because you're unique and
Yeah.
you're one of a kind.
Yeah, I guess that comes down to like that saying where people say, "Oh, there's no competition. You're only really competing with yourself."
Hmm.
So, what
Yeah.
advice would you give to someone who is just starting a YouTube channel and is trying to grow?
You definitely have to find pockets that people don't talk about a lot. For me, I think one of the reasons I was able to pop off so well is because I talked about music theory really in depth. And, that was because I had the university degree. So I knew the terminology and stuff like that. And I think that was a little section that wasn't as covered much in the community. Um, you know, Sound design isn't something that's being talked about enough. So that can be a place where you feel yourself in. Okay, yeah. So definitely, if you're starting from zero, the easiest way is to kind of put yourself in pockets that aren't talked about as much. So how I found success was I definitely dove into music theory because I had the university degree. So I really knew what I was talking about in that sense. But if you can find those little pockets of space that people that aren't as saturated as the rest of the market. So I know sound design, people don't really get into that as much. You can let me think of some other ones. Can you think of any pockets?
Um,
Theory can always have some good stuff, especially if you're going to jazz or something.
yeah, I guess certain styles for sure, because I know
Certain styles,
there's a lot of trap tutorials out there already. But if you switch it up, I don't know.
yeah.
There's not that many, for example, like Mac Miller or Tyler the Creator tutorials.
Like funk music, I know is gonna be big really soon. So if you can hit tutorials like that, that's gonna be super popping. Just being mindful of the surroundings and where music is being pushed towards. 5 years ago, you're never gonna see how to make a flute melody, but now that's kind of the only thing that's going on. So, just being ahead of the game in that sense,
Yeah.
that should get you somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. I think as well, being on trend can help. Like, for example, 6ix9ine just dropped his new music video. I'm sure whoever decides to do how to make a 6ix9ine type beat right now is probably going to get a lot of views.
Yep.
He literally
That's pretty much
killed the internet yesterday.
That's an easy win. That's an easy W.
Yeah. And also, I think as well, maybe not, I don't know. I don't think it's a big thing, but I think if you was to do tutorials on a different door other than FL Studio, I think you probably get good traction from the get-go, because there's not, for example, there's not that many hip-hop trap tutorials on Ableton, not that many on Logic. There's a few of us, but not that many. So I think that could be a big point too.
Yeah, but FL's the best, so
But to be fair, you're gonna get if you do FL, you're gonna get a bigger audience because everyone's using FL.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. But use whatever DAW you like the best. There's no. I mean, nothing's better than the other.
I mean, obviously Logic Gang all day, but yeah. Have you tried any other DAWs?
Yeah. I used Pro Tools for a while. Have you heard of Digital Performer?
Nah, never.
I use that for film scoring. I don't have a Mac, so Logic, GarageBand, that's never been touched. But yeah, they're all cool if you know how to use it.
Yeah. Nah, I tried Ableton because every producer who switches to Ableton always says I switched to Ableton, I'm never going back. Ableton's too sick. I tried it. Personally, I don't like it because it just looks really ugly. But
it does look ugly.
Yeah, it looks so
gray.
Yeah, the color scheme is so weird, but
like a Windows Vista DAW.
Yeah, it's so odd. But I'd like to actually maybe sit down and try and learn Ableton a bit more, because it seems quite simple if you know what you're doing. Put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, little things like it being ugly, that's something that can sway a producer to not use it though, because at the end of the day, if they're all good, then it's just those little details that will kind of push you in a direction.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you stack up Ableton versus FL, like FL looks way sexier. It just looks way
super
easier
sexy.
to use, yeah.
Sultry. Yeah, and it's tough. Like just because I've been using FL for so long, just those hotkeys are just embedded.
Yeah, I
into
feel
my
you on
fingers.
that one.
Like
it's
I
like
don't think
muscle memory.
Yeah, pretty much. Like switching to something else, like regardless what DAW it is, it's not gonna feel the same. Just the workflow is so much quicker now.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing. Once you get your workflow down to where you can just do your quick shortcuts and that, then that's it. That's all you need.
100%. That's like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Efficiency and workflow and stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, I know you say you kind of just go with the flow and that, but what's your goals in music? What are you trying to accomplish?
Kind of what I'm doing right now, honestly. Like obviously the YouTube channel thing it doesn't feel like it'd be something I want to do until I'm 50, but if we kind of summarize it down, it's just me making music and having an audience that supports me. That's kind of all I need. And that's it. Like if they're inspired by what I do and they enjoy the process, then that's kind of it. Yeah, so that might be it. I just have like other goals where putting out courses and the placements and maybe getting a film score, but those are just like little bucket list, like wish upon a star things. But the main goal was just getting that studio, having a place where I can put in dedicated work and just making music that I love.
Yeah, I like that.
And not having to worry about making music and not having to worry about money. That would be my biggest goal.
Yeah, I get you.
Because like we're really fortunate that hip hop is like that is the number one music going on right now, and that's not going to sustain forever.
Yeah.
So
it'll move
do I still want to be making hip hop? Yeah.
I'm sure we'll bounce into to whatever is next.
Or not. We might, like, if I still like making hip hop 10 years from now, I still want to be able to have that freedom to make it.
True. I guess, yeah, it comes down to just whatever you enjoy doing, just do that. That's why I'm proper, like, I was talking to Chris Poncelan as well about this, and he's kind of just on his own vibe, just making whatever he feels like, whatever he wants, he just does that, and I proper admire that. Like, you don't make music for anybody but yourself in a way. Just whatever you do. You don't do it because this gets this much views or this gets that. You just, because you enjoyed that one process. Yeah. It's
so much more fulfilling. And like right now, it's going to be a slow build for him. But if he keeps going at it, it's gonna pay off.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's just a timing thing. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of like when.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I guess we end it on that note right there.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Hey man, thanks for coming through. We had to get Simon Servida, the legend, on the podcast. Where can people find you if for some reason they just don't know where to find you?
Honestly, I think if you type Simon Servida in Google, that should get you somewhere.
I feel you.
Yeah. If I did my SEO right, a Google search is good enough.
Perfect. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
And that's about it for this podcast. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Got to have a good conversation with Simon Servida, and we talked about so much stuff. I hope you found it valuable. If you're listening on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, because that really helps the video. If you're listening on Apple, go ahead and leave a review. Don't think there's anything you can do on Spotify, but yeah, I appreciate you making it all the way to the end. That's about it for this one. You will hear from me in the next one.